What's this one? Oh, I got a mic on. Is it the right one? No, it's the other mic. For some reason, this mic's not working. See if I can figure out what's going on there real quick. The main mic is just off. Very strange. I know you guys can hear me now, but I was just trying to see if I can get the correct mic working. For some reason, the good close one isn't working. I guess it'll work like this. Here, let's see. Let's just triple check. Muted. It's still going. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll just use that mic. But whatever. All right. So welcome and hello everybody. Today I wanted to do a couple of things. We're going to go through and do some Mastermind matchmaking stuff. So we'll talk about the GameDev Mastermind groups in just a minute. And I also wanted to do just a little giveaway because I figured if we're going to be live, do a stream, why not run a quick giveaway too? Because I got something cool that I thought would be fun to give away. So I guess let's just get started by talking about the Mastermind part. Yeah, it's not going to sound as nice because I'm on the shotgun mic up there instead of the nice up-close mics. There's probably a ton of background noise and other shit getting picked up. All right, let's talk about the Mastermind groups. So the Mastermind groups, first there's a link down below in the description that will take you directly to them so you can see or come in and actually join us. But the way that the groups are set up is we're going to meet in Gather. And let me see if I can do a quick screen share and show this. Let me pull it up. I've got things kind of all mixed up and out of sorts right here, but I can get this working. Let me go to this mode, and if I just take this window over here, bam, there we go. So what'll happen is if you want to join one of the Mastermind groups, I'll talk about what they are and how they work in just a minute. All you've got to do is click the link and hop in, and you should be greeted with a little interface that looks like this. You'll see your character pop up. It'll let you create a character. You can customize it later if you want, or do it now. And I've got areas set up here for everybody who's looking for a group, or for people who have a group and are trying to recruit a couple more people. So all I want you to do, well, I'll talk about what the groups are, but the way that it'll work is you'll go to the time and day of week that works best for you. There's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you hit X on them, you can see. Ignore the date. I didn't get to update those. This was last week's dates, but the day of the week is correct. And then there's a time. So you go to the time and day that works for you onto that little rug, and it'll light up. And as long as you're on that rug with any other people, be able to talk to them, have a little conversation, and see if a mastermind group makes sense. And the goal here is to get people together, to get people talking, and to be able to start forming these groups. Somebody's saying they're not hearing sound. What, are you really not hearing sound? Okay, hopefully you guys are hearing sound. Oh, they're probably in DVR mode. I forgot about that. The sound will catch up. They'll be fine in just a second. I think I allowed it to go back, so it did catch up. But anyway, once you're on a spot, you'll be able to jump into conversations. Here, let me just go find somebody real quick. And then you'll be able to figure out whether or not it's a good group. And the way that this worked last time, there were a lot of people here, so we had like maybe 100 or so people in. And there would be groups of maybe 6 to 8 people on a lot of these different rugs for the times that kind of worked. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what the mastermind groups are and why people would want to join them, why I set the whole thing up in the first place. The way that the groups generally work, and I've got a page set up for this. Let me actually pull that up. Courses/mm. Also, I'm going to start watching chat in just a second too. I've been kind of away from it. So if you look at this page right here, game.courses/mm, you get kind of an overview of the things that I'm about to say. But the core of it is that the groups are supposed to be something where a set of maybe 4 to 6 developers come together weekly and just talk through both the progress of their projects and any problems or issues that they're running into. And then the goal is that the other people in those groups are able to both, one, help motivate people with the progress part, make sure that people are kind of getting some benefit, and two, able to give them solutions to some of the problems. Because when you're talking to a lot of people regularly, or talking to these groups of people regularly, they start to really kind of get a deep understanding of what it is that you're working on and what it is that you're building. It doesn't happen right away, but over a couple months, they really kind of get a much better understanding than some random person that you're asking a question. So when you present a problem, they're going to have a really good idea, or at least a much better idea than the average person, of what you should do and give you a lot better advice. And that's been my experience with these groups generally all the time, is that you get really good advice because people really know what you're building, they know what you're trying to do, and they can understand and see the big picture. It makes it so that the advice and that part is a lot better. But the other benefit is really the pushing you towards getting the goals and things that you want done. Because when you come to this meeting every week, you're going to want to have something to show. You're going to want to show at least a little bit of progress. And I found that having something like this that I do recurring, and I have 2 of these right now that I do every week, it really forces me to make sure that I'm productive and gives me something like that kind of push for it. Because like, I don't want to show up to these meetings and say, oh yeah, I didn't do anything this week. So I always have something that I've done, at least just for that. And it's like this extra little push and nudge. Plus you see other people making progress, and it motivates you to make some progress yourself on your project. So the requirements to join are really simple. You just gotta be working on something or trying to work on something that you can talk about and share your problems and kind of help other people with. Other than that, just try to show up. That's pretty much it. Show up and participate. When you meet is going to be based on the times that you pick here. Obviously, the groups can change, merge, and modify their times however they want. And how long they should meet, I would generally recommend about an hour. Doing a 1 hour meeting with 4 to 5 people usually works pretty well. You can go through all of the problems that people have and the issues in a nice time box period where it doesn't get to go too long. If you lock it down to an hour and try to evenly split it between people, at least most of the time when people have things, then it makes it a nice tight enough meeting that people will be excited to go to it and not kind of dread it because it's this overwhelming thing. So I like to lock it down at an hour, and then sometimes discussions go on longer, but usually an hour is the plan. And then the cost to join is nothing, just got to show up and be there. So if you wanted to get in, I don't see very many people here. I'm going to drop the link. Here, let me just drop it right into chat. Just hop in and join. And it may just be that this is not a good time for it like I was thinking it was. But I just picked this time because it was a Friday night and it was the opposite of a Sunday morning. All right, so let's see. I'm just gonna hop into chat now and see what's going on in here. So I should probably have like an overlay showing up there, but whatever. Looks like JT's got a group on Tuesdays, and they're looking for others. So Tuesdays at 7. So if you were looking at Tuesdays at 7, what time zone is that? Oh, EST. So 7 EST. These times actually have their EST time on it. So 3 Eastern. So I go to the right one. I'm gonna go over to that block 2, 3, and then it should be this one. 7 Eastern Thursdays would be this one right here. By the way, there's a teleporter at the end, so you can teleport back and forth between the 2 ends. Oh, look. Looks like a couple of people are already starting to form up and maybe make a group. I'm going to mute Gather just so stuff doesn't start popping up on the stream. Oh, it's already muted. And just walk up and I guess you can't wave, but they're all there. Anyway, let's hop over to this other one. So yeah, this would be 7 p.m. Thursday. That would be the last week's date. I need to update all these dates in here. So yeah, if you're looking for a group, you're interested in one, hop into here. I'd like to do some job stuff, but I wasn't able to get that all organized this week. I'll probably do that sometime early next week. So while people are getting in here, I'm gonna load up the battler real quick, and we'll set up a quick giveaway too. So do a little giveaway while people start to get in. I figure we'll run this for the next hour or so, let people start to join in, and as people join the stream, I'll kind of guide them into Gather. They can hop in and start hopefully getting into some groups, forming some new groups, or filling up some existing groups. All right, let me switch my view real quick. Let's see if I can figure this out. I had my stream deck all set up, and then I screwed it up, so I don't have any of my awesome hotkeys working. All right, there we go. So go into this mode. Oh, it was weird from the side with my haircut like that. There, much better, right? All right, let's open up the battler. So give me 1 second. I'll pop this up on the hub, and then I'll see if I can get that up on the screen in the background once we're going. The battler project. So virtual destructors looking for members who have skills, concrete skills, and actively working on a VR project or have worked on one in the past. So they're looking for somebody who's actually experienced in VR stuff. And that's another thing. Some of these groups, feel free to like limit and target specific, experience levels or platform types or stuff like that. When I was initially trying to manually match up, I was trying to do it kind of by skill level and target. So like 2D developers, obviously going to work really well with other 2D developers too, really going to understand the space. Is the link valid after the stream? Yeah, I mean, the link's valid up for, I think, like an hour or two. Well, actually, the link that I dropped in chat is valid for up until tomorrow. So it'll be good for a few. And hold on, I'll have the other window up in just a second. Actually, you know what? I could probably put that up in the background. Let me do that. Let's switch this up. We'll go to PC mode. There we go. Oh, the battler you can see is actually up there now. But I'm gonna move gather over here so people can where'd my window go? There we go. There you go. People can kind of pop over and run through in the background. It's really hard to see that. Oh, you can kind of see. That's which one's me. There's me. Right next to Jim and Julian. Hello. You guys can kind of see me. All right. Let's get the giveaway battler part up and running. I just have to put in the little magic code before I reshare the screen, and then we'll be good to go. Oh. Hello, Tusk, and there's a lot of people in here. Just looking in chat. Alright, trying to catch up now while everything loads. I'm waiting for, where'd it go? Where'd my window go? Waiting for this rider window to pop up. I think it actually, oh, there it is. It had a dialogue window I missed. Blind. Alright, got my ID there. Ah, shit. Hold on. I closed the wrong window. I hate when that happens. Happens more often than I like to admit. I even got a new mouse today and I still messed it up. Okay, let's reopen up the dashboard, and then I need to open up the API. Let's see, API. There it is. I really got to add this code in so that I don't have to do this manual step every time. One day soon. The problem is I can't live stream doing it because I gotta reveal all my credentials if I did. So it makes it less enticing. All right, let's see. Almost ready. Just grabbing this code. Copy. Close. And then I'll be able to pay a lot more attention in chat. Okay, I can close that. And then go over to the dashboard one more time. That I can share the right screen and we can start this up. Why's my phone shaking like crazy in my pocket? Oh, somebody's a VR dev looking for meet at 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Hopefully that fits into virtual, or the other group. Which group was it? Oh, virtual destructor. The one looking for VR stuff. That's a big group. You guys looking to form 2 groups out of that, or just how's that large size group working for you? I gotta take my head off. The camera's just like off to the side a little bit too much. I feel like I gotta move that. All right. We're gonna pop over to the giveaway window. Give me 1 second. Why don't I have a view that goes to my other screen? I should add that. Let's do that. Let's just modify this. One of these days I'll pretend like I know how to use OBS. So do a screen capture, add source. I don't want. No, I want display capture. Let's try that again. Plus. Ah, I'm blind. It was right there at the bottom. So the monitor that I want is not that one. Where's the other monitor? Add a new source. And that'll be this one. There we go. All right, there we go. The window is up, and push that to the back. Much better. Sweet. All right, so giveaway window is up and running now. And then I should be able to jump back over to the gather window in one of these tabs right there. Yep, there we go. All right, I wish that would go away. I don't want the checklist. All right, so if you haven't already joined the Gather setup, all you have to do is click the link in the description down below. You can hop on in and start trying to find a meetup that works for your time and day. There's times on each of the sections, and then if you hit X on it, it'll pop up the Eastern time. I think I just put Eastern time and UTC. And then for each of the rugs, it represents a day of the week. So Sunday all the way through Saturday. Just pick the day that works for you and go stand there. And if you don't see anybody there, then go over maybe an hour to the right or an hour to the left. See if there's something that kind of works. Also, if you're having a hard time getting around, you can use teleporters on the ends, and there's a couple go-karts laying around too. It doesn't look like there are a lot of people in here yet, but I expect that a few more will. And if you see somebody just solo sitting on a rug, they probably have some spots available at that time. So let me jump back over to the giveaway window. Actually, here, I'm just gonna go kind of stand out here in the middle and then go to the giveaway window, and we'll see who how many people have entered. Oh, we got 25 people who have entered to win already. So if you want to enter the giveaway, what I got to give away, and I got these just yesterday, and I think people will probably like it, are some Cinti gift cards. And they're just like normal gift cards, so it's just free credit to go get whatever it is that you want on the Cinti store. We're emailing them about something else, and I just asked them if they'd be up for giving away a couple gift cards on the show. They gave me a few, and I figured why not, let's do one as a special thing now in advance, and then do another one during the show on Sunday. So we'll give away another one of these gift cards during the show this upcoming Sunday. So I guess in 2 days. So if you don't win today, just come win that or a rider license, whatever. So all you gotta do to win is type in like I said, the race and class. You can see everybody typing stuff in. Dragon, Sunflower, Wolf Warriors, and Necro Dragons. I think last time it was a wolf. What was it that won? Anybody remember what won last time? I think it was a wolf something that won last time, there were lots of wolves and dragons last time. But each race and class does have different stats. The assassin, the one that's at the top there, has like the highest crit chance and crit damage, I think. Obviously, like standard assassin-y type stuff. And then, a paladin has a heal, heals himself like either every hit. I think he heals over time. Necro heals on hits. Warriors, tanky. But then also all of the races have random stats that don't make any sense. So you're just kind of randomly guessing there. Like, there's a whole lot less like tie-in there. That was much more based on the models. So that Drake dude asked what colors of rugs are what days. So let's go take a quick peek at that. The rugs, there we go, are actually set up with little pop-ups. So if you hit X on it, it'll say the day. Ignore the date. Unfortunately, I had to put in the dates so that it made sense for some of these over here, but that's last week's dates. But let me show you the reason for that. The reason that the dates were in there is largely because if you look at something like is it? Yeah, these ones. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, if you look at time, this one's at 1 a.m. UTC or 9 p.m. the day before. Actually, I don't know why the dates are on here now. I'm just confusing myself. But the days of the week are on there, and it starts Sunday on the green, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then and then over to Saturday on the end. The white one's on the end or Saturday. You hit X. Sorry. I should at least know my days of the week, right? All right. So it looks like we got a couple people in here, about 30 right now, joining up. Hopefully, a couple people start to get into some groups, and we got lots of people entering the giveaway. We got how many people are in the giveaway? 37 now. So half the people who are watching now with us live have entered to win. And like I said, the prize is a gift card for... Oh, where'd my window go? Let's see if I can drag that down. There it is, for Cinti's store. So I'm sure if you've been doing any game development, you've probably seen their stuff. They got tons and tons of art assets and all the cool low poly stuff, all these packs. And they gave me gift cards to give out. So I will give the winner one of the gift cards. And I think they were $50 gift cards, if I remember right. So enough to buy quite a few of the packs. Or lots of the individual things. Lots of stuff on here. Oh. All right, so the giveaway, we're up to 37 people. And then on the conferencing. So does anybody have questions about the mastermind groups? If you got questions about them, feel free to drop them into the chat, and I'm going to try to answer and explain as much as possible and try to help people get these groups formed up and get them going. So if you're curious about something, please just ask away. Oh, this is Glenaroo telling Neo Magica to come over to one of the times for VR, 12 UTC. Lots of people entering to win. Let's pop up the giveaway battlers so people can see themselves pop up on the screen too. Always fun. I need to work on the code there for the camera controls so that when it does the pop-ups there, it kind of jumps over and shows the characters a little bit better. And so that when it's not doing anything like right now, that it like looks around and stuff, because it just kind of sits there. I think it's kind of boring. It'd be nice if it did like some hovering around, sort of like looking at the other players and things instead of just waiting for somebody new to join in. Or even if it just like responded and looked at whoever spoke last. You know, that would be cool. Oh, hey, I got a call coming in from buddy. I will have to call you back in a few minutes, Andrew. Let me just message him real quick. I've been trying to get a hold of him for a while now. Live streaming on YouTube now. We'll call later. Alright. Sorry, Andrew. Alright, so we got 43 people in here. And, okay, questions. Let's see. So one, looking for Aussies that want to meet up in an evening slot. Are these groups good for non-professional devs? Yes, definitely. So even if you're just doing this, like I think as a hobby, a lot of people that I know have used groups like these to go from their kind of hobby development into full-time professional development, because the group kind of reinforces, well, one, you'll be talking to some people that are doing it professionally regularly, and that reinforces both the idea and the kind of the path and steps to do it. But it'll really motivate the hell out of you. But it's also really good for just meeting people and getting connections into the industry too. If you're really heavily into it, you're actually building your stuff. You're going to be able to answer and solve the same problems, and you're going to come at it with a different mindset and different point of view than somebody who's working full time in the thing and has a different path. So I think there's value in it for everybody, and there's no reason not to. As long as you're doing game development stuff, that you got a project and or trying to work on a project, you're actually going to do it. I think it makes sense to be in the groups. You just want to make sure that you have something to talk about, and you're able to contribute a little bit, like able to, maybe every now and then have an idea, answer a question. It doesn't always have to be like the most advanced technical question. Sometimes it's just ideas on, I'm not sure what thing to do next. So yeah, I think that it's a good thing for just about everybody that's really into game development and in that situation at least. If you're just kind of like loosely experimenting and probably not going to do anything most weeks, then it probably doesn't make sense. But if your goal is to make some progress on something, then these groups are, at least for me, they're a really good way to stay accountable for free and get a lot of benefit and answers to questions, and kind of keep me directed the right way, so that if I start to do something, I want to get something done, and I get distracted by a shiny new thing, I've got a group of people that tell me like, hey, what about the thing that you actually want to do? Maybe you shouldn't look at this shiny new thing. Or a lot of times I'm telling my friends the same thing. I'm like, hey, that's cool and all. That's not really what you're focused on, and you sure you actually want to do this and not get distracted. And they've saved me many times, and I like to at least think that I've saved them a couple times too. So yeah, I think they're good for it. So let's see, I'm entering the industry, so I'm with the group to help understand what I need to make change. Yeah, I think that's good, because you'll get a good idea of what everybody else is doing, how they got in, and what the kind of steps and process is. Let's see. Oh, lots of chat messages too. So if you're in Gather, if you're in here trying to find the group, make sure that you look down here at the bottom for the chat window. And then you can see there might be people talking and recruiting, the things that are typing, instead of doing voice or video chat. And most of the time you do voice and video chat in here, but you could definitely, see, you got a couple people here right here. But you can also just type in there. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on that if you're looking for a group and trying to talk to people that are around you, or if you just can't, for some reason, do voice chat right now. Sometimes you got a sleeping baby or something else going on, or just a loud environment. All right, let's jump back over to the giveaway for a second. Got 48 people in here, so I think I'll kick this off in just a few minutes. Maybe I'll give like 5 minutes, and then we'll start the giveaway battle and see who wins what. I'm gonna look for questions, and then I think we'll just for fun look through some stats of the characters here. So the stats on these characters here. Let's pull the window over. Let's undock the project view. I'll drag it over. I'll show you guys some of the stats. We'll just have a little bit of fun for a minute. So you get the classes, and I'm gonna make a little custom window here. All right, there we go. So we've got that down so you can still see people's names. Here are all of the classes. You can see I can actually click on the classes. The classes are descriptible objects. Oh, let's do this side by side. I think that'll work better. So the classes are descriptible objects with data that shows, or that has what they do differently. What is this? The assassin has 2 extra attack damage. I think the default damage, if I'm remembering right, is 10. It's like 100 health, and 10 damage is like the standard, and then everything else is a modifier on top of that. So the assassins got 2 attack damage, 3 crit chance, 5 crit damage. So I think the crit chance, default chance, if I'm remembering right again, is 30%. So this guy's got an extra 3%, and instead of doing double damage, it'll do double plus 5. The Bard is 1 life regen per tick, so that's basically like per combat round or per hit. And then a 5% hit chance. I think Bards got nerfed pretty heavily because they were pretty damn strong and just destroying. They had like 1 in everything for a while. Let's see, what do we got here? Berserkers, 3 attack damage and a 25% crit chance, and no crit damage. So they have a really high crit chance, but they also have a lower hit chance. So they're more likely to crit, but less likely to hit. So really that 25, you can think of it as a 20%, because you're already subtracting another 5 from their total hit chance. So it's really plus 20% on the... Oh, it's kind of it's a weird one in there. Necromancers, heal on hit 3. That's it. They just life tap. Paladins have 10 extra max life and 1 regen per fight, or per round, basically. So I guess that makes them about this. If you think about it, Necros heal for 3 every time they hit. Paladins heal for 1 every round. So Necros probably are better against people with lower hit chance and worse against people with higher hit chance. I don't know how that would work out. Warriors, 60 life. Nothing else, just life. And then the wizard has 3 attack damage. Okay, so I think we got a couple of changes to make here. Berserker is a little crazy compared to wizard. Yeah, no, I've never seen a berserker win though. Maybe it's because that hit chance drops so much. Yeah, you know what? Let's leave it. Bard, I think Bard could use a tiny buff though. If anybody's got an idea for the Bard buff, let me know what it should be. Now, there's one important thing to note here. Every time you win, these stats go up again. So round 1, you got 1 times the bonus. Round 2, the bonus is doubled. If you won the first round, you get double the bonus. And then the same for the third one. Because you'll see the character evolves, it like levels up and gets bigger. And each one of those, it just adds a stack of these stats, basically. Which also counts for the, on the Berserker, the -5. So that gets to like -15. So they get really high crit chance, but they have a much lower chance of actually hitting. So the other person could hit them more likely. Interesting. Let's see what everybody's picked here. Lots of assassins, lots of wizards. I'm surprised there's lots of wizards. Necros, bards. Only because Berserker seems cooler than wizard. It's got the same attack damage. I guess maybe lower hit chance versus higher crit chance. I don't know. It's a weird one. Okay, I'm going to check chat for questions. Let's see. I had an interview with a game company. I think it went well. Next up. Oh, awesome. A take-home tech test. Cool, midnight. So when you're doing that take-home tech test, I mean, assuming you really want the job, make sure you just kick ass on that thing. Usually they're like mini project type stuff. Try to do the best you possibly can on it. And then once you're done with it too, make sure that you go back to them for feedback, see what stuff they like, what stuff they didn't like, and all that. I think it's an important part. But yeah, congrats. Hopefully you get that. That'd be awesome. And then somebody said, when do you consider creating a unit test, and when do you say it's not worth it? This is a good question. I was actually having a conversation with Amir about this earlier this morning. So for me, unit tests are something that I'll usually put in when I start to find something that's kind of difficult and I'm having a hard time getting it right. Something that's breaking often, or I'm having some like a hard problem to solve where like just getting the code right isn't working and it's breaking constantly. Like one of the very recent examples that I have of this is with this hexagon tile-based game that I was putting together. I want to put it on that Tilt 5 headset. I actually just got the shipping notification for that like an hour ago, which is really cool. But for that, I was running into some weird problems with navigation where my characters would like navigate onto each other or through each other and do things that they weren't supposed to be doing. and I was having a really hard time tracking down what was going on there. So I wrote a bunch of tests around what I expected the behavior to be and figured out where the parts were breaking and had tests to kind of verify as I refactored, cleaned it up and changed it and fixed the issues to make sure that I wasn't continuing to break things. Left those tests in there for a couple days at least while I was going through the stuff, and then to be honest, I just kind of didn't need them anymore and I stopped worrying about the tests and continued on with all of the rest of the stuff. So that's largely because the stuff is just mostly easy. It's just when they get to the hard parts or the hard things that are difficult to deal with, that are going to be a problem or already becoming a problem, that's usually when I'll put the tests in. And then I don't stick with them as like a full-time thing, largely just because I don't know that I don't feel like I get nearly as much value out of them with game development long-term, because the projects just aren't staying around and changing and growing and having different managers changing them all the time. If I was building like an MMO, something huge, I would definitely have tests for the core important things, but still, with most games, I don't find that it's useful to have it over a whole bunch of stuff. Some things that make sense, not everything. I think one option though is just going with something like GameDriver for those like full tests too. That way you can just run tests on your whole project, make sure that things are good when you're kind of closer to the end of your project without having to restructure the whole thing to work and be completely testable, which is a little bit harder to do in Unity. So you just do something like that and then slap it on any time in the process and not have to worry about it nearly as much. All right. Oh, my face was covering the inspector window. Is that true? Oh, that would be awesome. So you guys couldn't see the stats. That's hilarious. Let me pull it back over there. I'm gonna pull the window over there. Let me see. Where's my Streamlabs window? Okay, I see it now. Yeah, that was. So it was like right here. Bam. That's beautiful. Here are the stats again. Assassin. Check them out. Bard, Berserker, Necro, Paladin, Warrior, and Wizard. And then the species. Those also have stats. You can find those. You see lots of different species, all kinds of different stats. Oh wait, can I collapse these? They all do different stuff. I actually don't really know what the stats are on these guys. All right, what was the question here? We'll get a couple more. So I'm trying to land a job as a Unity/Unreal programmer. I have 5 years academic study. Worked on a prior team project. So interesting. Yeah. Is there more to this chat? I wonder. It seems like if you got 5 years of study on it, seems good. Oh, no portfolio. To create one, should I do a tech demo or a full project? What would you do? So, I would do, usually I like to see like a small game. A small game that's also like a tech demo is cool if it shows off some cool stuff, but usually want to have it be some kind of something interactive. But I think if you do a cool tech demo, that works as well, as long as it's fancy and shows stuff off. Like people will get excited about that as well. I would probably do like a tech demo and maybe some sort of game just to go through the process. If you don't have something already that you've gone through the process of just building something like a simple game, and then maybe a simple game that kind of ties in with your tech demo where you could implement it. I think that would be really good. But I think a tech demo alone is probably good if it's cool. If it like looks fancy and shows off something that people are like, oh, that's fucking neat. If it's the kind of thing that would like pop to the top of Reddit and get a couple hundred upvotes in a little animated GIF, then I think that would be more than enough. Because then you can just talk about it. People will wonder how you did it, and then they'll think that you got some magic powers because you did something that they didn't know how to do. Oh, yeah, I think that could work. Let's see. Will there be an opportunity to join a group in the future? Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I want to try to simplify this process and make it as easy as possible. It's just a slow one. So I'm trying to do as many little things along the way to get people in as quick as possible. So there'll definitely be lots of opportunities to join in the future if you can't get into one today. But I would definitely try to get into one today and see if there's something there that makes sense. All right, I think I should kick off this giveaway. Get things going. So again, this is to win a $50 Cinti card. So Cinti Studios store. Let's pop up their page one more time. Give us a gift card to give away. Go to the Cinti store right here. I need an affiliate link. All good. I'll drop the link in chat. So if you want to check it out, you can check out their store, and the winner gets a $50 gift card. So I'm going to kick off the battle. We'll let that go and then just chat while it goes. There goes the timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And entry is closing. I should be able to see who's got what. Okay. Make a short game with some procedural animations mixed in, a couple things mixed in. Yeah, I think that would work good. And when I say short, I remember, keep it really short. Keep it down to like, maybe a 1 to 2 minute experience. Unless you're targeting it at a specific developer, if it's just something that's going out to a lot of them, keep it at something that's really digestible where they can get through it and get interested and excited and want to see more, but not overwhelmed. And not where they have to spend too much time to get in and figure out what it is. You don't want it to be complicated. You want it to be pretty simple. All right. Let's see. I'm currently developing a game and want to have a demo. Should the demo be part of the actual game, or can it be separate from the actual gameplay and just show off the functionality? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely have it separate, show off that functionality, get that figured out, and then put it into the game. I'm not sure what the difference is, though. It feels like it could probably just be like a scene inside of your project, and that you just export out as the game, and just not export out the rest of the thing. Just, have that one project in there or something, or that the demo scene in your builds, and just build that out. Let's see, what do we got here? We got lots of wizards, lots of assassins, lots of demons. We got a wolf that just won and leveled up. 2 demons battling and a beholder that came out. Watching the battles here. Actually, I can watch it down there too. Let's see what's going on in chat. Oh, done with you. Good. Yeah, so Linus was saying he was planning a 30-minute game and going to go with the shorter one. And I want to just reiterate, the main reason for that is that when people are the people that are generally looking at your portfolio and looking to see if they want to hire you, they're doing it while they're at work, and they have a whole bunch of these to look at. They're not going to have just one, and they really just don't have the time to play it for a half an hour. So even if the game was like amazing, it was their favorite game, like, they're at work and their job is really to look at what you can do. So the likelihood that they're going to play for more than a few minutes isn't very high. So you want to pack all of the coolness and everything into like a really short moment, because you're probably only going to get them for a minute or two. So you want to make sure that everything you focus on is just that, getting that 1 minute or two to be really good. Because after that, they're going to have to go on to double checking what your resume said and all that stuff and the rest of your portfolio, and then comparing you in either, thumbs up or thumbs down, which pile they want to put you in. So keep it so that they can get to that quickly, and that that's really the goal. You want to make sure that they get to that thumbs up quickly. And if you give them too much, you also give them too much time to look for problems, look for issues, and things that aren't perfect. It's better to have one really perfect level than 10 okay levels or 10 like half done levels that need a little bit of work still. People are going to prefer the quality over quantity on a portfolio any day. And same with like just number of projects. Having one really good project generally better than having a bunch of okay projects. And it's always better. GameDev Therapy says most of the time when screening candidates, they want to see a public repo, and yeah, I think that's something that some people, I would say probably like 1 out of 4 interviewers that I know kind of wants to see the repo and see the code. A lot of the time, people don't, just because they don't, they just don't want to spend the time looking at it. Like, unless they're at like that final stage where they're like nailing down, you know, these are the top 2 or top 3 people. They're just not going to spend the time looking through there, because it's really hard. It's time consuming and mental energy consuming to look at somebody's project and figure out the quality of it, especially if you're not actually loading up the project. If you're just looking at it in GitHub, you actually got to kind of pull it down, open it up, and check it out. And it's just time consuming, so it's hard to get people to do that until they're kind of like at that end point. And a lot of the time, even then, you know, less than half of the developers I know that are interviewing will actually go through that process. Being honest, I'm one of them that probably won't most of the time, unless I'm a little bit on edge and I'm unsure. If I'm like, I'm not 100% sure, I want to double check, then I might do it. But otherwise, I'm probably likely to skip over that too if I've seen good portfolio stuff. So let's see. Do you reckon it's realistic to land an entry-level job with 1 item in my portfolio? Yes. As long as it's a solid, well-polished item in your portfolio, I think so, yeah. Because I mean, they're going to know that you've built other things, and you can mention that you've built other things, but you don't need to show those things off. If you've got a really nice, good portfolio piece, any developer who's hiring is going to know that you've built many other things along the way to get to that. So it totally makes sense. Can I send the repo personally instead of making it public? Yeah, you can definitely share the repo with people too. But if you're afraid to make it public, then unless it's if it's like a legal reason, I can see it. But if it's because you don't want other people to see it, then I don't know what to do there. Yeah, but my guess is probably like thinking like it's not an open source thing. You don't want everybody to see. Yeah, I'm sure you could do it that way. You could just share it with people, but I was going to make sure they have accounts on whatever the thing is, and all that. So, but again, most of the time people want to see the portfolio, see the playable version or a video of it instead, because it's just a whole lot easier to consume, get an idea, and do a quick thumbs up or thumbs down before they get into the interviewing. Because a lot of the time they can get through that technical part and figure out your technical skill level in the actual interview process. They don't necessarily need to see your code in advance to figure that out, and it's a lot easier to kind of get that from a person. At least I think it is than from looking at their code. 'Cause it's easy to see bad code or see something that that could be like some bad code that they just copied there temporarily or something and misjudge it, or see some really good code in there and not realize that was just copied from some other repo that they had nothing to do with. It gets really difficult to tell when you're just looking at the code and really associate that with the person. Now looking at the battle order, we got 14 people left. And remember, the winner of this is going to get that $50 Cinti gift card. There we go. Pull them back up real quick. So then go grab one of these packs. They got all kinds of different $50 packs. Do they have a sale going on? Is that what that is? Or is that just the normal color? And then I'm sure, if you find something on sale, you probably find even more things to look for a sale thing. But I think the gift cards are good for a year, so you could use it now or save it for sale time or until you need something. What do we got left? 10 people. Let's check out chat again. Hey, Jason Story, how's it going? Larry asked if GameDev show still happening. Yeah, it's still happening. It's still on. Today is just a little meetup thing for the Mastermind group. So just wanted to set this up so that the people who couldn't get into the GameDev show times when we did it, the Friday or Sunday mornings my time, could have another opportunity to hop in. So there's actually quite a few people in Gather. I'm gonna pause the battler for 1 second. We got 5 battlers left, and just show the Gather window again real quick. Make sure that people get in. Jason's here. What's up, Jason? So if you're looking for a mastermind, oh sweet, it looks like some people are forming up a 3 p.m. UTC group. If you're looking for a group, the link is down below in the description. All you gotta do is click on it, put in your name. You can customize your character. You can do that later. You don't have to do it right away. And then run over to the time of day. And if you're not sure what the UTC time is, if you hit X on the times, it'll also give you the Eastern time. Hopefully you can calculate it from one of those. If you find the time and the day of the week, you can hit X to see the day of the week. Ignore the dates. And just go stand on that rug or a rug close to that works for you for a meetup. And hopefully you can get into a mastermind group. Looks like we got one forming here at midnight, almost midnight, 11 UTC. On what day would that be? That would be Tuesdays. And then, I don't know, run through and see what other times we got here before I finish up that giveaway. Got at least one person here looking to fill Sundays at 2 or 20. So what's that, 8 p.m.? No. Why can't I do math? Yeah, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Sundays. My time, Pacific. No, not 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. UTC. Sorry. Oh man, I feel like I don't know how to do math anymore. And then okay, one group over here. So we got maybe 2 groups forming up. Not bad. Last time we had 15 groups formed, by the way. So if you've got a group and you've got a new group formed up, feel free to just send me an email right now and I will go create the Discord channels and send you the invites right now. Just send me the list of the emails of everybody in your group and I will send over the invites in just a few minutes as soon as I get the email. Let me pull up the Chrome tab so I can keep an eye out for that, and then we'll kick off the remainder of the giveaway. Let's see. Oh, wrong Chrome tab. Let's get into the correct email account. All right. Cool. So if I get an email, I will have it pop up here, and hopefully I'll see it. All right. Where did I? Oh, that's right. Losing track of what I was doing and where I was leaving out. It's getting hot in here. All right. Let's continue the giveaway and see who's gonna win. We got 4 people left. We got Paul, Linus, and, oh, CDR. Alright, let's see who's gonna win. We got 2 snowmen. Oh, what are those? Those are bombs, I guess. I thought they were snow. They look like snow bombs. So we got 2 bombs, a berserker, a wizard, and an assassin. What's this? This is the bomb wizard versus... Oh, the bomb assassin destroyed him. That wasn't even close. I think that was the crit. Alright, so we got a demon berserker and a bomb assassin. Let's see who does what. Ooh, 24-19. So the... Ooh. Okay, that demon destroyed him. Well, congratulations. To claim your prize, just send me an email at jason@game.courses and I will send you back your gift card. So congrats and sorry, Linus. Better luck next time. We'll do another giveaway again during the show on Sunday, so if you want to win or have another opportunity to do that, then well, hey, yeah, no, congrats, you made it to the top. You're the winner there. So shoot me the email and I'll send over the prize. All right, let's stop that battler. We'll minimize this out and double check they don't have any emails. Oh, CD is fine. All right, cool. So I was going to show you guys one other thing I thought was kind of cool. I was playing around with the steering wheel yesterday. Let me just pull it over here. Slide this sucker over here. I'm playing with this Logitech steering wheel yesterday, and I was trying out a bunch of the different racing games. Like, I tried, I don't know, 4 or 5 of the ones on Steam, and most of them kind of sucked, to be honest. The email is jason@game.courses. Right, there's a question in chat. So, anyway, the biggest problem I had with them is that they all want me to do this stupid campaign stuff and like decorate my character and pick his clothes and his hair and his glasses and all this other shit before I could actually race. And like half the time I would get in and like the steering wheel doesn't work in there, or the game is just like not fun. Like I don't care about the campaign crap. I actually just wanted to play a game where the racing is fun and arcadey. So I was gonna try. Actually, just installed Forza. I haven't played it yet. But one of the things that I did when I was going through this is I started wondering. I was like, well, I wonder what it'd be like to just drop this thing to like use it in Unity, right, and see what it was like. So I did a little searching and I saw there's a Logitech SDK. And then I looked for some car racing kits, and I found one of the ones on the asset store, and I opened it up in the WebGL thing. I'm going to do it right now. Watch this. Car racing kit asset. Oh, wait, here it is. Here's the WebGL browser for it. So I opened up the WebGL browser for it, and I think it started playing. Let's see if it goes. Second now. Alright, and then I went to my mouse, race selection, start race. Yeah, and in the browser. So this is that demo kit, the starter kit. And just started driving around and it just worked. So the wheel just worked. Inputs all worked. It was nothing on the control. Now the one thing that didn't work is the throttle, so there's no brakes or anything. And the reason it worked, I did a little bit of experimenting and looking into it. What's actually going on? Cause I grabbed the pack and obviously set it up. It was just reading the steering wheel as the horizontal axis and working like it's a keyboard. So just like if you do like input get axis horizontal, is reading this thing as the horizontal axis, and it just kind of magically worked. So with like, I don't know, 3 minutes of code, I figured out where the, actually no, I didn't have to do any code, that's right. Once I looked through the code for about 3 minutes, I realized that all I had to do was add in some extra axes here, and then I could get the pedals working. I just had to create, in the input manager where you go create a new input axis, I went in there and created some new axes and did it for the gas pedal and the brake, and I was able to control it and now drive around. And I don't know what I want to make with it, but I figured I would like maybe just do a little experimenting, maybe a little tutorial video on how to do some of the things. Sort of the force feedback with it was really cool. Like to do the force feedback commands on it, you send like a one-liner. I think I have a control in here. Let me see. Do it without smacking myself though. This one? Yeah, so this Logitech steering wheel controller thing, that was mine. So this is the one that's like locking it down and making it super forceful when you get off the road. But there's also this test one, and let me see if I can. Let's go maximize, pause, and here you can kind of see it in there. It's not very good, but you can actually switch between different modes and like make the steering wheel like you're crashing. You can make it like you're hitting slippery stuff, or like you're driving on ice, and it's just an option that you turn on with the sensitivity amount. So if you look at the code, I just pull it over here. Oh, yeah, that's probably when it starts moving and I'm right up on it. But you can see the code for it is, oh, where'd my mouse go? No, it's like off screen. I messed that window up here. Okay, yeah, but you can see it's just stuff like this. You make this simple call to play dirt road effect and then the intensity, and then it's supposed to make it feel like you're driving on the dirt road, or there's an icy road or slippery effects and all that stuff, or impacts. It was really easy to mess with, so I was pretty impressed. And just wanted to play with it a little bit. Thought I'd share. All right. Let's jump over. Jump back over here and check this window out one more time. So we should, looks like still 30 some people in here setting up and finding groups. Hopefully people are getting into groups and stuff and everything's going good. I'm gonna take questions for another 5 or so minutes, see what's going on. Let's see, is he doing a game jam? No, not today. Honestly, the best wheel game I've ever played is Euro Truck Simulator. Yeah, I bet those ones, they seem like super hardcore, but I really want something that's not realistic. And I think the next comment about Forza is good, because that's really what I just want. I don't want realistic driving mechanics. I want arcadey driving mechanics to just play around, have some fun, and relax. I don't want to have to stress about hitting the brakes every time and slowly going around corners and getting time penalties and all that crap. Like, I don't want to drive accurately. I do that when I drive for real. So, let's see. Oh, Jason Story said it was a great sales pitch for Rewired because it has support for this exact wheel out of the box. Nice. I didn't know that it had that. It's real. The support for this thing is super simple, though. And to be honest, like there's no code required. I just had to change the inputs, and it worked. For that other project, at least, it just reads the axes. And then unsure what this is. Trying to find groups, create groups. So let's go over the group stuff one more time, and then hopefully people can find them. So the Mastermind groups and the meetup that's going on right now, there's a link in Gather. It's down below in the description in YouTube. What you can do, the goal here is to get people into groups of usually 4 to 6 developers that can meet weekly at a set time and day. You can see got times here, and each rug has a day of the week. They just start on Sunday over here on green, and they go all the way over, Thursday here on gray, and Saturday there. So there's a time and a day, or for every hour of every day of the week. If there's a time and day that works for you, just go on to that rug, and hopefully there are other people who that time and day also works for. Oh no, these go-karts are stuck. That will come together, and then you can form a group. It looks like here at 20 UTC on Sunday, there are 2 people and maybe forming a group. And there's probably a couple people out there who are looking to just add more people to their group. So there's 1 group here, 2 groups here. Is that the second group? No, that's not. It's just a rug. There's 1 group here. It looks like we got 2 or 3 groups kind of forming up. And if there's a time that works for you, I think Virtual Destructor over here was looking for people who are heavy into VR development, if I remember right. And some of the groups are looking for specific skill sets or skill levels. Like some are looking for beginners, some are looking for advanced, some are open to everything. The goal is to just get into a group and then ideally meet with your group once a week. Go over progress, problems, and help each other out. Try to help each other just be successful at getting the games done, getting the projects done, and getting past any issues or other things. So we did this Sunday during the show, and there were about 15 groups. I think there were 15 groups formed exactly. And today I just wanted to do it again at a totally different time of day to give people who are in different time zones an opportunity. We have way less people on right now, so there may be less groups, but we'll definitely be doing this again sometime soon too. I think just kind of want to do it for fun now and get people in, and hopefully people find some groups. It looks like at least a couple are doing it, and that's what matters. That's all that counts. So as long as people find it, yeah, Virtual Destructor is looking for a VR group. So yeah, as long as a couple people find groups, it's worth it to me. That's all that matters. Get them in there and hopefully get their development pushed forward. And we got to do a giveaway. It's fun. Cool. So if you had fun, by the way, make sure that you like and subscribe and all that stuff, and drop a comment when the stream ends. It does help a lot. Helps YouTube with all the other stuff. And I think I got a video that might drop Sunday. I think maybe Sunday after the show. Let's see if it's all done by then. But it's like super heavily edited and hopefully pretty good and interesting for people. It's like the last 2 weeks of video stuff on it. So I hope that it's useful. So the email to send your group info to is just jason@game.courses, or my full name at Gmail. It just forwards to my Gmail. But that one's shorter, just jason@game.courses. I'll type that into the chat window too real quick, if I can find the chat window. Let's see, where are you, chat window? Not there, not there, not there. Where are you hiding? There you are. All right, Cinti giveaway winner has emailed me. Perfect. Get that code in just a second. And hopefully get this group formed up in just a second. So yeah, anybody have any last questions before we get wrapped up? Oh, sweet. JT's got a group of 6. Perfect. So if you guys have questions about this or something else real quick you want to ask, feel free to wrap this up in, I don't know, the next just couple minutes. Unless I fall off of the steering wheel and flip out of my seat or something. I wish I had streamed from Restream to get Story in here too and have him say hi. I guess next time. Sunday. Be back. Okay, let me get the Discord link real quick. I'm gonna pull that up. I'll drop it in chat too for everybody. Just the general invite. So here's an invite. There you go. There's a link and email about it. So let's see, reply. Send. Any opinion on atavism? I've played with it in the past. It seemed pretty cool, but it's been so long that I don't really remember much about it, and I have no idea what the state is. From what I remember, they had a decent MMO system, but I don't know. I don't have strong enough thoughts on it because it's just been way too long. That and same with MMORPG. I know they both worked. They did the stuff that they needed to do, but I don't know what the state. I haven't looked at them in like a year plus, so I don't know what the state is. Good question. I may actually look at those. Just kind of take a peek at the MMO kits. I was actually going to look at some toolkits for stuff soon, so I'll take a look at that one though. If anybody else has thoughts on atavism or one of the other MMO kits, so let me know too. I'm curious. Max said that they're meeting in Discord. What else are other people using? I think most people are using Discord or Discord or Zoom. I think Discord is kind of the most common because it's free. Let's see. Looking for anything else? And let me see if I can get you that Cinti card for winning. Make sure I get that done before I forget. Otherwise, I will get distracted. Babies will distract me. All right. Found it, and sorry about the formatting. There you go. Congrats. Sent over your code. All right, let's double check for any last questions. Discord's nice. I like this guy. Hey, I like him too. Thank you. So make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and share and all that stuff. And then if you wanted ECS Dots question, why does this code give me weird errors? That's a good question. Bring it on. I was gonna say bring it on Sunday because I think I'll get Johnny to come answer the question because if it's a dots question, I'm not going to know the answer, to be honest. But Johnny will definitely know and be live Sunday at noon or 9 a.m. Pacific. I will message him and ask him to see if he can come and hopefully answer some dots questions and other stuff. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for coming out. Hopefully you found a group. The link is still open. You can still hop in and join. I'm going to drop the gather link in chat one last time So it's available. You can hop in and join and still get into a group while they're still going on. I expect people will probably be in there for the next half hour to an hour or something. But if you can find a group, awesome. If not, then we'll definitely do this again to get people in. Ideally, get everybody that wants a group into a group and get everybody super productive. All right. Thanks again for joining. Again, don't forget to thumbs up and all that stuff. Drop a comment after the stream ends just so that YouTube gets happy. And I'll see you all soon.